I threw away all of my papers, and I never get rid of my writing work. That's how much I hated what I had come up with. I had a terrible writing time after the last time that I updated. I'm gonna keep trying, even though it has been difficult. Let's get to writing. Hello everyone, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is kenziedegall. I am a fantasy author pursuing traditional publishing, and today's video is just a little day in the life vlog, maybe 2 days, I'm not sure yet. This is just a quick little vlog that I wanted to make because I am currently working on draft 2 of my fantasy novel Project Calliope, which is a gothic high fantasy, and the project that I'm hoping will be the one that I can query once it's done. I am hoping to have draft 2 done by the end of April. It's currently March 10th and I am about 13,000 words into the draft, so I need to get a move on. I have about 50 days left until my deadline and a lot of words to write. Today we're just going to do some writing, try to make some good progress on that word count. I also have a few other things to get done today. I need to do some video editing for a video that is supposed to go up today and I'm not quite done with it yet. I maybe also want to run over to the library because I have some books that came in. Today we're just doing some writing things and gonna see where the day takes us. Hopefully we're gonna make a lot of good progress. Grab a cup of something nice. I think I'm about to make myself a coffee maybe, and I hope you enjoy the vlog. Okay, so I am just gonna make a kind of a silly drink. I don't know if anyone remembers during like 2020 when everyone was making like whipped coffee. That is what I'm making. Coffee snobs, don't come for me. I know it's not a fancy drink. It's definitely not the best drink in the world, but there's something about the flavor and the texture, like the creaminess of it, that I will never get enough of. Every now and then, as a treat, I make it. I have nicer coffee making equipment than this. This is definitely just once in a while, but once in a while, I'm craving it. I make mine with brown sugar because it just tastes the best that way. So writing lately has not been going the best, I'll be honest. I haven't really been having the best time with it. I don't know why. I'm kind of just in a little bit of a slump with it. No idea what's going on with that. Just the last couple of days, it's been really hard to get started, really hard to get the words on the page. I've gotten probably 1,000 words in the last 4 days. Not good. I need to be making way more substantial progress to hit my deadline. That's just how it's been. I don't know. I don't really know how to fix that, but I'm going to try my best during this vlog because I want to be making better progress. I'm going to try a couple of things. One thing that I've been really noticing is that I need to get out of the house more. I need to get in nature more and into the sunlight more. Like yesterday I went on a nice walk. That was amazing. That was so nice, and I was just thinking like maybe I do just need to touch grass more. I'll get into this later, but I'm also thinking about walking to the library in a little bit. First things first is that I need to do some editing. Then I think I'll walk to the library while it's still light out. I think that I will edit until this coffee is done and then head out and then get into writing. Coffee is made. I'm gonna go take this to my desk and start editing. Okay, I am done editing. The video is posted. It's on my reading channel. I will have that linked down below if you're at all interested. I kind of get a little bit nervous and obsessive when a video goes out. Like, I want to just check the analytics constantly every 5 minutes. I'm gonna try and get my mind off of the video for a little bit. Do my best to not check anything until tonight. So I think I'm gonna run to the library real fast. I have 2 books to pick up, and then I also want to just browse and see what I find. The books that I'm picking up are actually related to writing because they are research books, not for my current project, but for the next project that I want to work on. I always like to be like 10 steps ahead with writing. I like to have everything planned out, very in-depth. I like to be ready for everything that comes next. I'm an outliner, as you can probably tell. I have a very in-depth writing plan for the next several months. So basically, I am working on Project Calliope for the duration of this year. I'm taking some breaks here and there to just get a little bit of space from the project so that I can go into the next draft with a more objective view of the novel. My hope is to start querying next year. That is very dependent on how I really feel about the novel and how it's coming along. If I don't think that the novel is as polished as it could possibly be by the beginning of next year, then I'm going to take more time and do another draft. But my hope is that by January next year, I will be feeling confident in the novel and I'll feel like I am ready to query. However it goes, it doesn't really matter. Once I'm querying Project Calliope, then I'm going to jump right into a new project so that I can keep my mind off of querying as best as I can. I know that I'm going to need all of the prep work in order to start a new novel, so I'm trying to do the prep work this year. And prep work, outlining and brainstorming and everything is something that I can easily do while I'm drafting. I don't know why, I just don't find it that difficult to multitask. To do drafting and outlining at the same time, I don't really have any difficulty with that. So I'm trying to get all of my prep work done this year so that by the time I'm ready to start querying, I can jump into my next novel. All that to say, my next novel has a heavy research aspect. I don't want to get into too much of what this book is about. I don't normally do a whole lot of research for my books because I write secondary world fantasy most of the time. I have a couple of ideas that are set in the real world, this one included, but most of the time I don't set them in the real world, and so I don't need a whole lot of research to start drafting because everything is just made up from myself. But this one does take place in the real world, and it also has something that pulls from the real world, let's just say. And that aspect I need to do a lot of research on because it influences the entire story. So I requested 2 books from the library. I also have one on my Kindle that I am very slowly reading through, but that is my project for the month to do in the background so that I am ready to start outlining soon. And it's actually really helping with figuring out the plot. I initially tried to outline this a year or 2 ago, and I really hated it. I threw away all of my papers, and I never get rid of my writing work. That's how much I hated what I had come up with. Completely starting this project from scratch, and I am really loving where I'm going with it so far. I'm just brainstorming off of the research that I've done, but it is really helping. So I'm excited to get my hands on these books. So yeah, I'm gonna run to the library, and then when we come back, I think I'll do a little bit of reading, because I'm excited to get those books, and then we'll do some writing. I just wanted to talk about that because that is writing work, and I don't know, it makes me feel professional. I'm gonna run to the library, and I will be back in a little bit. I just got back from the library, picked up my books, and I'm feeling kind of sleepy for some reason. It's 3:15. I think I'm going to sit in my reading chair and unwind a little bit and read. I'm going to bring the notebook that I have been taking notes in and just do a little bit of reading, just relax a little bit. Again, you might be noticing that I am in different clothes. It is another day. It's not even the next day. It is Friday, and I was filming on Monday. One thing that I want from my channel is to be very transparent with the writing process. I don't want to ever make it seem like an easy thing, because it's not. Most of the time it's really difficult. So I don't ever want to make videos that make it look like I'm just flying through words or flying through drafts with no problems. I had a terrible writing time after the last time that I updated, and I think that that is kind of foreshadowed in the rest of the video because I was talking about how I have been struggling lately with writing, how it's been not coming to me as easily as it has been in the last month or two. I've just been in a weird kind of slump. That was still true for this vlog. It didn't go any easier despite my best wishes. I only wrote 200 words on Monday when I last filmed, and since then I've only written about 200 words a day or less, except for yesterday. Thursday was much better, and initially I was kind of thinking about scrapping this vlog because I felt like it just was a failure. Yesterday I kind of got re-inspired. Something clicked again. Finally, I got through this scene that has been really giving me trouble, and I was able to write a little over 1,000 words. Being able to sit down and get those 1,000 words has made me feel better about it. It made me feel better about all of this time that I've spent not really able to write. And so I've decided that I don't want to scrap the vlog because I like what I filmed and I've already started editing it and I really like how the video is turning out, so I don't want to scrap it. I want to keep writing. I want to push through. I guess prove to myself that just because sometimes I go through a dip with writing and sometimes it's harder for me to progress, that doesn't mean that I will never be able to write easily again. I want to keep going, and today I'm going to do one last little day of vlogging for this video and just show you what I can get done when I'm pushing through, trying to save this failed writing vlog and trying to get back on track with this novel because I really want to hit my deadline. I think things will progress so amazingly if I can stick to my deadline. If I stay on track, then my whole writing plan can fall into place behind it, and I really want to stick to my writing plan. So let's do one last little bit of writing. I'm gonna do a couple of sprints, just a little bit, and we'll see what we can get done today. Hopefully some good work, hopefully some good words. I'm gonna keep trying even though it has been difficult. Let's get to writing. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the kind of awful lighting, but it has been 30 minutes. I wrote 575 words. Writing is going much better than it has, so I'm gonna take a little break and then write in a little bit, and I will update you then. But yeah, writing is going good, and I'm really happy to be getting a little bit more on track, a little bit back to normal with things. I will be back in a little bit. Hello again. I just got done with my second writing sprint. I wrote 445 words, I think, so that brings my total count for the day up to 1,021 words. For being in the midst of writer's block, for having such a struggle lately, for being in such a slump, I think that that is a great word count. I'm really happy with what I've accomplished today. I do think that I'm going to do another sprint tonight just because I kind of have the motivation to, so I want to take advantage of that. But I'm going to close out the video here. Before I go, I just want to talk a little bit about my experiences with writer's block and the kind of advice that I have. I don't make advice videos because I don't think that I really have the knowledge or experience needed to give advice, but I do have just thoughts sometimes. In terms of writer's block, it is a universal struggle. I think every writer faces a struggle with their writing at some point. Writing is such a solitary and isolated experience, but the one thing that joins us all together, whether we are fantasy writers or historical fiction or romance or thrillers or we're indie published or trad published, every single writer is joined by the simple fact of we all struggle sometimes with our writing. Every single writer, I guarantee you, there's not a writer out there who has never struggled with their writing. Me personally, writing is probably the thing that I'm the most passionate about, and still sometimes I struggle with writing, and that's true with every single author, every single writer. No matter what, at some point you're gonna struggle with your work, and it's a difficult thing to come to terms with and to get through. It doesn't really make sense but it still happens. I've faced writer's block so many times, especially since I've been taking writing seriously and pursuing publishing. I have had so many bouts of writer's block, so many slumps, so many times when I find it really difficult to write, really difficult to get myself to sit down. I wish that I could say that there's a perfect cure, but that's just not how it goes, and I don't think that anyone out there has a magic cure for writer's block. But the only thing that I have ever found to actually help with writer's block is to just keep going. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your writing. Keep showing up for yourself. For me, I have been writing every day for the last 2 months. I'm gonna have a video about that eventually. So I just keep doing it. Even when I really don't want to write and I can't think of what I'm gonna write about or what I'm gonna say, I can't figure out how to get out of this difficult scene that I'm in or whatever it is, I just keep writing. I make sure that at some point during the day I sit down at my computer and I write something and I log the words. Even if it's just one word, I just do it. Because you can't get through that dip unless you keep writing. You don't have to be the kind of person who writes every day. I don't think that that works for everyone. No matter what your schedule is, your writing routine is, just keep the consistency in it. Keep showing up for yourself. If you write every evening, keep writing every evening. If you write on the weekends after work, keep writing on the weekends. Don't let yourself slip. Keep pushing. Even when it's really difficult, even when you can only get 1 word or 10 words or 100 words, it doesn't matter. You just have to get something down. 1 word is 1 word closer to your goal than 0 words is. Any words are better than no words, so you just have to keep going. I wanted to keep making this vlog because I am trying to push through. That's why I decided to keep vlogging, even though my first day of vlogging started really well, it ended not great in terms of writing. I just have to keep pushing. I'm sure that I'm still gonna struggle for the next few days while I'm working my way out of the tail end of this slump. I'm sure that I'm going to have another slump, probably before I know it. There's no way to avoid writer's block. All you can do is just keep pushing through it. That's all I really have to say. Again, you don't have to take my advice. Take my advice with a grain of salt. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that your writing is going great. If it's not, keep pushing. I'm so thankful to you for watching through this entire video. If you made it this far, leave me a mountain emoji in the comments if you made it this far into the video, because I don't know, that's what I think of when I think of like pushing through a dip, is like a valley and a mountain. So leave me a mountain emoji. I have lots of other writing vlogs on this channel if you're interested in any of them. I have exciting plans coming up. My next 2 videos are ones that I'm really excited to make and to release. I have been thinking about them for a long time and I'm really excited to get them out. Either way, whether you're interested or not, whether you stick around or not, I hope you have a great day. Bye.